People grow up thinking they need to prove their value in this world. That if they hustle, improve themselves, find a gorgeous partner, and become super rich, a stamp of approval is placed upon them that says, you're worthful or they are of worth. But that's where most people go wrong. That's why there are so many unhappy people in this world, no matter their wealth, fame, or success. They let their value would drive them. Their value would drive them so much. They live from a place where they are never enough. They think that proving their worth is just a promotion away. Or they make choices based on believing they'll never deserve love. Are you familiar with that? But if people stop to consider where this feeling of unworthiness comes from, they'd see how it only exists because of outside influences, especially these days. Maybe a parent shaped their self-esteem, or they hold a grudge from long ago. The reasons aren't inside them, they are outside of them. Why is it that unworthiness isn't internal? Because people's worth is inherent. People's worth is inherent. You can't take away or add to it. This is why you cannot be comparing yourself to the next person. That includes me. That includes you. And the moment you decide to start living from a place of worthiness, rather than feeling like you're unworthy, some big changes begins to happen. You realize that things you chased most in your life aren't important or never needed to be chased in the first place. Am I speaking to somebody? And when you make that realization, when you make that realization, your whole life changes for the better. Here are things you should stop chasing once you accept your worth. Proving people wrong. Do you want to prove your parents wrong? Do you feel the need to prove your friends wrong? Are you obsessed with having a glow up that makes your ex wish they never dumped you? Your ex, you know how people are. Oh, I'm going to prove to him or her. I'm going to prove to them that they made a mistake of dumping me, of leaving me, and things like that. If so, you're heading down a path for a miserable life. Because these scenarios, they thrive on the belief that your purpose for living is to prove something to others. The focus is on how others perceive and think about you, even though you probably spend little or none of your time around them anymore. Let me tell you, when I strive to be someone people from my past will see on Facebook and be envious of, I stopped asking myself what made me happy. Because even if you get to the point where you finally show you're good for nothing, probably dad, mom, brother, sister, friend, that you can make it without him or her or them, that moment is fleeting. What's not fleeting is all the time you spent crafting a life that's not worth even something you enjoy. Now, number 3 is happiness. Why do people think obtaining new things will make them happy? That a new car, a new house, promotion, marriage, life milestone will finally be turning point at which eternal happiness comes. Wrong. I used to live this way. I thought marriage or a well-paying job would make all my worries disappear. But no matter the job or relationship, I still felt the lingering unhappiness deep inside me. I needed something more. That's because I bought into the idea of the pursuit of happiness. Under this idea, happiness is something that needs to be earned. It is a reward for great decision making and building self-worth. All this I've said believes that happiness is a destination, not a journey. But if that's the case, why is it that people from all walks of life experience happiness? That's a mere shift in mindset. And it can have a pessimistic person smelling the flowers and enjoying a sunny day. That's because happiness isn't something you have to earn. It's all around you. Create your happiness every single day. Happiness is a choice. Once you've always been deserving of, only you are stopping yourself from enjoying it. I told myself I don't have to chase extraordinary moments to find happiness. It's right in front of me if I am paying attention. Think about the future. Everyone's chasing this dream life. A big house, fancy car, marriage, respected job, hot, spouse, hot boyfriend, hot girlfriend. Know your deal. And why people can widely agree that's the dream, have you ever stopped to consider if it's your dream? That this future you're working so hard toward is one that will make you happy. Have you? For me, none of the above makes me happy. I prefer a job I love over a highly expected one. That's why I left my previous profession to this one I'm in now. I want a partner who loves and respects me than someone who's a trophy husband, which most ladies look for. A big house sounds like a lot to clean. Nice cars have never interested me that much. I like to have one good, nice, quality car that can serve me for years. In fact, the future doesn't really interest much. What you should care about is what's happening in the present, because God got the future. You're not even sure of the next moment. I know that I can have what I want right now. For example, I feel like eating bread and egg now. I know I can have it. I don't need to do more so I can have any desires in the future. God got you. God got me. There's nothing to prove about myself, so I enjoy the ride of life as it happens to me. Another point, people wouldn't love you. People with low self-esteem tend to suffer from a lot of dating issues. Look around you. They have a harder time setting boundaries and they don't believe they deserve healthy love. A lot of it happens, especially in America. Because of this, they end up chasing love rather than experiencing it as it comes. They are more likely to try to convince people why they should be chosen rather than asking themselves if they ever want the people they date in the first place. Are the people who find themselves in messy relationships or unhappily dating. They stay stuck in their ways because they don't believe they deserve more. Put a price on yourself, my friend. Now, for the people who realize their worth, they don't invest energy into people who aren't interested in them. They don't bend over backwards to convince someone to love them. They don't inflict unnecessary pain on others. When you recognize your worth, you recognize you deserve more than one-sided love, which includes yourself. You stop looking to other people to care for your, unmet needs and start meeting them for yourself. Grow up. Another point is the hustle. We hustle and hustle so much. We like listening to people who promote the idea of hustling, saying if you work harder and longer than everyone else, you'll be more successful than everyone else. That success being monetary gain and sometimes fame. But what this philosophy thrives off is people's belief that working hard will mean they are more valued or they have more valuability in them, if I may use that word. And under that idea, Giving up spending time with family, friends, and enjoying being young is a worthy sacrifice. But if you believe in your worth and value your time, the hustle seems pointless. Sure, working hard towards a job you love or an idea you're passionate about is great. But hacking how to drop ship as in boat, cheap products from China simply because of the promise of a six-figure income, not so great. I once took a technical job that promised if I worked hard, I'll earn a lot. I got into the office very early, left very late, sometimes weekend. I was expected to still be working weekend even from home. And all that led to me feeling miserable. There was no time. I never saw my friends. I worked. Yes, the pay was coming, but did I have that gratification that I needed? I don't think so. My body was burning up, weighing out on me, aching, joints aching. No form of happiness much. I was working hard, but was I really enjoying that? When you value yourself, you value your time. That means you won't trade seeing your family for Thanksgiving, Christmas, for a larger paycheck. You won't forgo sleep simply to go get in more hours of hustle time. You stop hustling for everything outside of you and start hustling for your happiness. I know a lot of people that has been in the US for a long time, almost 30 years, and they haven't traveled for one day. They just work, hustle. Of course, they bought a house, they have a nice car, and then what? Does it end there? No form of social life much. Sometimes we even invite them to a party. It's hard for them. Oh, I have to work. Oh, I have things to do. Oh, I'll send you a gift. Who cares about your gift? Your presence matters. Me saying this is not to shame anyone or, shame anyone that is currently chasing aspects of life that I mentioned above. It is merely meant to open your eyes to the deeper reasons why we do things. If you find that you're chasing something that doesn't matter to you as much as you thought, it's a great chance to take a step back and define for yourself what happiness looks like for you. Because what all this boils down to is even the lack of what people feel is the desire to be happy. Do what is best for you. You know what is best for you. Live the life one day at a time. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you all. God bless you. Stay safe. Stay blessed.